Hey guys, so this video is gonna be a little bit different because, well, it's me, and this is just gonna be a video about me admitting all the things that I've done in the past and recently to other people. Yeah. Some of you may have remembered me as Kirby, Loopsy, Tam Kumi, whatever. Regardless if you've known me as any of these names, well, some of you, a good portion of you, may have remembered the mistakes that I've made in the past. I know I made a community post about this, but I decided to make a video because I want to, show people who I am today. Yeah. So, to those of you who remembered me as Kirby Loopsy, you probably remember me as the person who loves strawberry shortcake, hates Haruhi Suzumiya, and some of you may have known that I was disrespecting opinions on them. Well, could you blame me? I was only 11 years old at that time. Yeah, I was really young when I joined the internet. My 10th anniversary of being on YouTube is actually coming up. I still remember the date, but I closed my old channel for personal reasons. So I will be disrespecting opinions on strawberry shortcake, Haruhi Suzumiya, and people didn't like that, obviously. And then they would bully me in return, which I didn't like. And some of the stuff still sticks with me to this day because I was just a child. I didn't really know what I was doing. And I ended up making videos about me being sad and stuff like that, and my school ended up calling my parents and had a serious talk with me and everything, and it was just really bad. And some people still think I disrespect opinions on strawberry shortcake and Haruhi Suzumiya. Well, first of all, I don't hate Haruhi Suzumiya anymore. No, I don't. I haven't even watched much of the anime before, but I'm planning to do that sometime soon whenever I have time, but now is just not a good time because I have college. And second of all, I'm almost 19. I know better not to disrespect opinions on those things. But some people are still living in the past and they still think I do these things. And not to mention the shit I did in 2017 to 2018. When I wanted a certain person back as my friend. And when I learned that they weren't going to be my friend anymore, I started going on a rampage. Starting to force them to be my friend again, stuff like that. And the thing about that was I just didn't understand why they wouldn't give me another chance. I ended up losing so many of my friends because of this. Even one person that I thought that was my friend, but he basically betrayed me in front of everybody, and I didn't like that. I was only fucking 13 years old at that time. And people were stalking me, making fun of me for liking Kagamine Len and Vocaloid, because back then I had a massive crush on Kagamine Len. Kagamine Len, sorry. I can't speak today, so. People were doing that to me, and I didn't like that. They had no right to bully me in that way. But at the same time, I should have taken their criticism. I shouldn't have forced that person to be my friend again. Because recently I have learned that you can't expect every single person to be your friend. But the problem with me is that I wish for former friends to be my friend again, when I have good memories with them, when I do all kinds of great stuff with them, but for me personally, whenever I lose a friend, it hurts like hell. It fucking hurts like hell. Like, hurts like a bitch. Lost my train of thought. Sorry. But I also need to differentiate the difference between a good friend and a toxic friend. The people who betrayed me back then, some of them weren't really friends. Some of them still dwell upon the mistakes I've made. But those kinds of friends, I don't really need them. I have other good friends lately. And the other problem with me is that whenever somebody says stuff like, oh, we're not friends anymore, nothing's gonna change that, oh, I will forever ever hate you. But then, I don't know, like 6 months later or 1 year later, they come back apologizing to me. I expect that to happen with everybody. Even when somebody says something like, I will hate you forever. I have no limitation on hating you. I will forever have you on my enemies. Goodbye. But then they come back. That's what I expect everybody to do. I'm just that kind of person. Because I've had people do that to me in the past, and then I started to think like, oh, if that person did that to me, then maybe everybody else can do that. And back to 2018, when I was like 14, I was just going crazy. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't like the fact that people were bullying me so much. I became suicidal. I tried to take my life a few times. And that caused the middle school to draw attention to that. And they took me out of the school for a few days, and they told me that if I didn't stop talking about self-termination, then they were going to send me to a mental asylum where I would no longer be able to see my family. I would just be there for the rest of my life. I didn't want that to happen. I didn't want to be away from my family, my friends, my everything, because I have the comfort of my own home. I've heard so many horror stories about the mental asylums, and I didn't want to imagine myself being there. So I was like essentially forced to stop talking about suicide and stuff like that. It was almost like they were threatening me, which I didn't want. I was clearly in a time of need, and people just didn't understand. People just didn't understand how much I was hurting inside. But like at the end of 2018, I kind of matured a bit. I kind of understood that people were trying to tell me that not everybody is going to be your friend. But at the same time, people were bullying me too. Shipping me with characters that I don't even know, making fun of me for being friends with people that they don't like, making up lies about me. Yeah. But it wasn't all that bad though. I still had some friends that were there for me, that didn't leave me. They didn't turn their backs on me even when I was crazy. And another thing that I want to address is the fact that I was posting pictures of Kakamine Len naked in front of people when I was a minor. Yeah, I was a minor and I didn't really know how bad saving pictures of Len naked was, so I was putting the pictures in front of people in retaliation of their comments. And it caused one of the users, I still don't know who the user was, but that user called my dad. And my dad had a serious talk with me. He scolded me for posting the pictures of Len naked and told me not to ever do it again. So I stopped doing that. It was partly because of my maturity and also mostly because of my dad scolding me. So yeah. And I also want to mention about the fact that I told somebody to get cancer back in 2016 or 2017. I don't remember the year, but I told somebody to get cancer. That was very heartless of me to do that. I shouldn't have done that. And to the person to whom I told to get cancer, if you're watching this, I'm really sorry. You didn't deserve that. I was really crazy. I didn't know what I was doing. It was very cruel of me to do that. I know it's not a good thing to joke about cancer or any terminal disease, because I know some family members of mine who are actually dealing with terminal diseases, those who are struggling to live by, and just wishing that on others is not a good thing. It's never a good thing to wish death upon others. So all in all, I have matured. I'm going to be 19 in next month. I'm in college now. I'm in a psychology major. And I've basically moved on from going on the midlife. I'm more active on my Instagram and Discord, and those socials are found in my About section in my channel. So yeah. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me. Hope you have a good day or something like that. Good day or night, wherever you are. And I'll see you soon. And don't mind me being fidgety in this video. I'm autistic. And I tend to do that sometimes. So yeah. That's it.